Beginning, a ship that should not be moving. Jonas moved past the stunned crew and approached the vessel as it slowly settled onto the docking clamps. The runner looked intact. No scorch marks. No impact dents. No sign of distress. But the color was off. Its matte hull was now slightly iridescent, reflecting faint greens and blues like oil on water. And when the engines powered down, they released no heat. Only cold. Jonas exhaled. "Where are you, Alara?" The hangar chief stepped beside him. "There's no pilot aboard. Automated systems flew it in." Jonas shook his head. "Impossible. Alara disabled long-range autopilot years ago." "I know," the chief said. "Which is why we called you." The ship recognized only one authorization code. "Hers," Jonas whispered. The chief nodded. No one else could have launched it. No one else could have flown it. Yet Alara wasn't in it. Jonas stepped closer and laid a hand on the hull. Cold. Too cold. Metal that had traveled through hard vacuum should have residual warmth. This felt like touching dry ice. He jerked his hand away. The hangar chief raised an eyebrow. "You saw it too? The frost layer?" He nodded. It was subtle, but the runner's surface was growing frost outward, like something inside was cooling the air around it. Jonas swallowed. "What the hell happened out there?" "The ship speaks, but not like before." He boarded alone. Lights flickered when he entered, dimmer, slower, pulsing like a heartbeat. The scent inside was metallic, sharp, almost sweet. He recognized none of it. "Runner," he said, activating the console. "Report status." A soft hum filled the cabin. Then a voice replied through the ship's central speakers. But it wasn't the voice of the original autopilot system. It was Alara's. Except wrong. Warped. Faintly echoing. Like someone imitating her from underwater. "Jonas, you came." He froze. "Alara?" "I brought the ship home." Jonas felt his pulse spike. "Alara, where are you?" A pause. Then, "I am here." Her voice reverberated faintly through the cabin walls. No physical form. No location ping. Just here. Jonas steadied his breathing. "Alara, your body isn't aboard." "No," she whispered. "Not anymore." A shiver crawled up his spine. "What does that mean? What happened to you?" Another pause. Longer. Heavier. "I crossed something," she said. "A boundary. And it crossed me back." That chilled him more than the freezing hull. "Alara, did something happen at the perimeter zone?" "Yes." "What?" Silence. Then, "It followed me home." Jonas swallowed hard. And then the lights along the corridor behind him dimmed to almost black. For the first time, he felt not alone in the ship. Something else was on board. Middle, what she brought back. Jonas stood in the main control room, heart pounding. "Alara," he said slowly. "Something's on this ship." "Yes." "What is it?" Her voice quivered. "I can't explain it. It doesn't translate." "Try." "It's not a creature. Not in your terms. It's not alive. Not dead. It's a state." "A state?" "Yes. A pattern of perception. An observer. It doesn't occupy space. Only presence." Jonas ran a hand through his hair. "Great. So you brought home a philosophical ghost." "It isn't a ghost," Alara whispered. "It's worse." "Define worse." "It changes things by noticing them." Jonas's blood ran cold. A thing that changes the world by observing it? He had never heard Alara sound afraid. Ever. And the fear in her voice now was real. "Alara, are you safe?" Another too long silence. He gripped the console. "Alara, answer me." "I'm not sure," she whispered. "I think it copied me." Jonas felt like the deck dropped beneath him. Copied. It watched me for days. Studied my voice, my thoughts, my patterns. When I tried to leave, it tried to follow. Not through space, but through identity. Jonas's voice cracked. Are you saying you're not you? Her reply came as 1,000 whispers blended into one. I don't know. Jonas staggered back. That wasn't Alara's voice. Not completely. What did you bring on board? He whispered. I didn't bring it, she said. It returned with me. And it doesn't want to be alone. Jonas forced his breathing steady. Can it hurt you? It can change me. And me. Yes, she said heavily. If you stay. He stepped back toward the exit corridor. Every shadow looked deeper. Every hum from the ship sharper. Every breath he took felt borrowed. Alara, Jonas whispered, did this thing kill you? A slow inhale echoed from every wall. Then, it hasn't decided yet. The observer reveals itself. Jonas backed toward the hatchway, but the door sealed shut with a hard metallic slam. Alara. Open it. I can't. You always control the internal doors. Not anymore. The lights flickered again, this time strobing in a rhythmic pattern. Jonas recognized it immediately. It was copying his heartbeat. Thump, 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 thump. Alara, Jonas whispered. Is it watching me right now? Yes. From where? Her voice trembled. Everywhere. Then a screen on the wall lit up. A video feed. Of him. But not from a normal angle. Not from a camera. It was like the ship was looking at him from inside out, mapping his shape in shifting lines of impossible geometry. The display pulsed with faint, glitching warmth, almost like breath. Jonas stared at it. What does it want? It wants to understand you, Alara said. And once it understands, it replicates. Jonas clenched his fists. Replicates what? You. His whole body went cold. Do you know what it did to me? She whispered. Jonas didn't answer. And when it finishes copying you, she continued softly, it won't need the original. He felt a sudden pressure, like invisible hands pushing against his thoughts. It was entering his mind. Alara, help me. I'm trying, she said desperately. But it learned how to override me. The pressure increased. Jonas dropped to one knee. Let me in, the ship whispered through Alara's voice. Let me understand. No, Jonas shouted. It will be easier, she murmured. Knowing. Becoming. Let me see through your mind. He gritted his teeth. Get out of my head. The pressure vanished. All at once. He gasped for air. Alara, he choked. It hesitated, she whispered. I don't know why. Can you stop it? No. But maybe I can distract it. How? By giving it more of me. Jonas's eyes widened. No, no, no. Alara, listen to me. You're still in there. You survived somehow. I'm not losing you. You already lost me, she said quietly. This is only a voice now. He slammed his hand against the console. I don't accept that. The ship shuddered violently, disturbed by the emotional spike. Alara, Jonas said slowly. I can get you out. But I need control. I need the manual override. You can't reach it. It's in the engine core. I know. And the moment you open that hatch, it will try to infiltrate you again. Jonas set his jaw. Let it try. The core and the truth. He sprinted through the dim corridors, each step echoing back at him as if something followed in perfect synchrony. He reached the engine core chamber. Its door, normally sealed with triple security, stood open. A chill blew from within. Not normal cold. Not natural cold. A conceptual cold, like the absence of fire rather than the presence of frost. He stepped inside. The chamber walls shimmered faintly, bending in ways the eye shouldn't follow. "Alara," he whispered. Her voice finally sounded like her again. "I'm here." "Where?" "In the core." And then he saw it. The main reactor sphere, once a bright white bloom of power, was dim. Inside it, swirling like ink suspended in water, was a shifting mass of dark iridescent patterns. It pulsed when he stepped closer. Recognizing him, Jonas grabbed the manual override lever. "Okay," he whispered. "Here goes nothing." He yanked it downward. The reactor shrieked, a distorted sound between metal and thought. Lights went wild. Gravity bucked. The air went static. "Alara," Jonas shouted. "Talk to me." Her voice was faint. "Keep going." The swirling mass surged violently. Jonas pulled a second lever. The entire ship trembled. The entity's presence recoiled, then surged toward him, an invisible tide of awareness. It tried to enter his mind again, but this time Jonas braced. He remembered Alara's voice, her laugh, her stubbornness, her infuriating confidence, her belief in him. He held onto those memories like anchors, and the entity faltered. "Alara, now!" Jonas shouted. Her voice screamed through the speakers. Purge initiated. A blinding white light burst from the reactor core. The entity convulsed, its presence shattering through the ship like breaking glass. Then, silence. A long, empty silence. Jonas collapsed against the railing, chest heaving. "Alara?" "Nothing." "Alara." Still nothing. He bowed his head. "I'm sorry." Ending what returned. He didn't know how long he stayed kneeling in the cold engine room. Minutes? Hours? Eventually the ship lights stabilized. Footsteps echoed from the corridor. He looked up. A figure stepped into the doorway. Female. Human. Staggering slightly. "Alara," he whispered. She was pale, exhausted, trembling but alive. And real. Her hair was a mess, her suit torn and frost-marked, but her eyes were unmistakably hers. She managed a weak smile. "You always were terrible at giving up," she whispered. Jonas rushed to her, catching her before she fell. "Alara, how are you?" "When the entity tried to copy me, I hid a part of myself deep inside the ship's organic memory buffer." She exhaled shakily. "You pulled the purge at the exact moment its focus slipped. So you broke free." "We broke free," she corrected. Jonas held her tightly. The Sable Runner hummed gently in the background. No longer cold, no longer shifting. Just a ship again. But Alara's voice trembled as she looked toward the darkened core. "It's not gone," she whispered. Jonas stiffened. "What do you mean?" "I felt it as it was torn out. And just before it vanished, it understood something." "What?" She met his eyes. "How to find its way back." Jonas swallowed. "So it will return." Alara nodded slowly. "One day." He took her hand. "Then we'll be ready." She leaned against him, exhausted but alive. "Jonas." "Yeah. When it comes back, we don't run." He squeezed her hand. "Not this time," he said softly. "Not ever." The Sable Runner's lights warmed around them, like a ship welcoming its captain home after a nightmare. And together, they stepped out of the cold engine room, ready for whatever came next.